Kwaba.
Yeah, near bra.
Na abrabom te se.
I'm not doing I'm go to shy kakaka.
Oh. Me a meet me send ya ho fenetary video.
Pressure na be so trouble.
Na Kumasi te say.
Yamiadum. Kumasi, we are doing very well. Everyone is doing well there.
Kumasi de me ho say Nyankopon adom te say. Waji baby a o.
Sa no mo kika.
Yes a o. Yes a mo kika o sa na tie.
Nyami na ye na de kakaka. We are enjoying the ride.
We thank God.
Yes.
Asan ye be shem komotwe ase. Mami mbisa say obi ka say Quame Gyedu a. Hwan pa ni Quame Gyedu?
Okay. Mami ninka chia otie for no ahwefo nyina. E ka say Quame Gyedu a oye nyuntuni nyamenam na domni na hoden so. Esiesie na ma ye brain and enema nyame enam le so ye no efe enwanwan so ena ono anyame na agye ho anim nyam nyina. Quame Gyedu a worship and praise leader. The professional Kasadi is a music producer, but for some time he has focused on ministry, into a musician or record worship and praise songs. I didn't nyam shebre nyankopo.
Wow. Me no, I think Mate somewhere say oh yes of so. Is it true?
Very much why.
Oh.
I'm yadom yes in 2017. Na I mean shedan can be brave because enyewawa I think say enyewawa to me because adwuma gaza ye ne twere say ye asofo ku dada. It's just an honor say domani me do be that we bestow it upon you. Aha. Me fanye de be kire say ye na ye asofo. You made it.
Onyom baako bi osaberima chese baby a wefe bia wote sa anyom na emoji to na ukwa sori we na kwa we minisa. How did you get that song?
Okay, so osaberima one song I've told people a couple of times they say me take credit for that song because me tronyom pa nyame adom nyame aboa me wo enyom tro ho a me ni struggle bia. But me fa de so enye media enka say media enyum we said ye esi bae no na ya go through a very tough situation and we almost lost my keyboardist. I mean between life and death, and the chances of him surviving it was 1090 was bad. Yes, I mean was en common ko ye kidney ni sa ne ma na ai BBO but nyame nam na basa so geno Adia me free says and can ho beto no po be take 5 months for him to start healing near the within a week.
Time. Wow.
Within a week. And then call Sunday near discharging. Yes, within a week. It me drew fear me dwene unyame enkwagye a dia breno. Any bibia then enyum ne melody ni start say a bow me trim. A bow me trim. Bibia ma no harm. Sometimes you get the melodies and you begin to hum. Be a man on lyrics networks. This is not a song I'm a say for paper me pen. Yes, I did metro. Me hum a melody line. Be a man, then the lyrics just flowed. I think the part I meet me as a metana say Troy. The second verse and no supono. Mean to be in fact credit for it because there has been an initial verse. I prepare my mind towards it. It still came by the inspiration of the Spirit of God. I think we heard to say the old kind the rate at which a new move na a chase and yenny pansa because matronium. I mean they are doing well, but baby and we edrune the kind of response ebano. Emma me who say ye train ya me na no ebrebia eyana but the response has been massive.
Wow, we thank God. Now, Quame Gyedu ne nyom to ne ministry, ne music in general. Why and now then pa na obit me aka say inspire ama o share nyom to ase.
Okay, so media ne dey start free fie. Na asori aye kono Baptist asori no me papa na music director. Ti okoro heza me di na chiko. Ti na me hunu say yeah tonyum ye part all to tenor soprano ne sanya nyina mi shim na me ketekete na mi shim kakra sa and me develop interest for keyboard sempese bisua. I mean it was challenging because no be anyi ni se metimi abo kwa ka jo se omo nza tu kura no omo ntimi mo na wo eni ade so me fefe musa but me hu ni se nyame kasa obebi bia nipa ntimi nya ho hwe nti obi ani ba no so no na ade no mse mi ntimi nya ne na me hu ni ye nti afie shift my attention free enyum to ne so kra kudi keyboard ne ho a ye bo keyboard na mu enam so ma medical music production engineering. Then I came out to produce a couple of people these songs are big out there. And Zana in 2010 I felt a strong something is still missing. There's a void. May you win, but I'm not happy. I'm not happy. So in prayer, then God directed me towards ministry. And I started from 2010 at the Bepim Sabri. And I'm 14 years in ministry. And sometimes nipa kase ote nyameni aya na nkrofo nyini. But this 14 years hasn't been easy, but we are still pushing. And everything surrounding us, how far we have come in actually say nyame ankasa nsawo ade na oh yen so intermediate the influence ne start free. Then fortunately for me obi a meshian along the journey bia na ono so ye musically inclined, helped to build me up.
Wow. And the journey has been
been
wonderful.
Successful. It has been a wonderful journey. I mean, there's been various ups and downs. There are times you need pay the wabim to me buna pese we jaya de no cry any other, but through it all and ne mitimi jinaka say I wouldn't have had it any other way. If God should tell me that we want to start the process again, would you want things to be done differently? I don't think I'll say yes, because I have made a lot of mistakes along the journey, but they all propelled me to this place that I find myself today, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Let me go through the process. It makes me better. And Udru baby, if you tell me said your fame will be na for wow good. Yes.
What can I be mubuasemu? Mami bisa say, had there been a point in your life difficulty be a hit to our magazine? I do it.
So many times when it has to do with the MSAB or recordings, now be we need so file in Ira. You're one of the few people, and I'm from every family serious because of that. The reason is, I have an addiction to excellence. Say me yes and me yeah dear. Before me starting, I have a picture of what I want to achieve. If I don't get it, I want to scrap everything and start all over again. This is a big challenge that made me walk. And sometimes I attribute it to the fact that I did engineering and I have an experience as to how things are supposed to be. And it becomes hard for me. So I was working and scrapping off a near my year from beginning. Then let's start all over again. Be also as a data era. We need say. And these things, I mean, to a point, unipa na or just I'm just wasting my time. I need to move on. We a bit break you because Mr. Kumase in all humility. When I started live recordings, Kumase. Yes, since 2013.
I didn't know this.
Yes, since 2013. I mean, I love my brothers and sisters who have all emerged from Kumase. I mean, what God is using them for is amazing. But for most of them, when I started, they were still students. And we were doing it together like brothers. They didn't care who was a student. But I started when most of them were students. They came into it to do it full time. But Sabri ni munyina na ye ni bibia ye di show say ya ye adwuma eni ya ye live recording eni inti sa niyama when you think about it we ni pebetumi ebu abem. Yeah, these are some of the things that we went through, but eboa me nso ma mitumi make some tough decisions ama na yetimi a birthday songs like Osaberima. Yes.
Okay. After emoji new one concert in Kumasi, I saw a post from my brother Global. Now, saying I'm not all boy abaso. Okay, we will say Quame Gyedu is like a mayor in the Ashanti region, and Obibia or person or ye event Kumasi is successful. The person must contact you. Then I shall position you to that stage. Ama and then you know Obi person ye event at Global I can was say any panel and no in town.
Global the assembly no pa mami. Asempa na opa baby who's a Glover post and unfortunately enye Glover ko ami nua Joshua Henkra e cultural ekrura. I'm like, oh, maybe about sembe ekrani. But you know, we thank God. I mean, I believe say ejuma no oyadru baby it speaks for itself. Nya una obeka bibi. I think we've been on the land. It hasn't been easy. Bibi amekachenko for say me bakra, the kind of reception, the kind of doors that open for me, you know. Say me ubia, I want to have an easy way. Nkame move fast if we could mass bakra. Not to say omo move aban omo penny in an easy way. No. Ubia in a direction anya media man. But me bakra, I always feel this push. Oh, Kwame, in fact, the other time na many emoji, my big brother, I salute say, he didn't come on catch him say, Kwame, why is it that everyone that I personally pick the phone to call say, oh, Kwame Aba Akrana, Obey Media Tour, I need your help. And all of them were like, I'm not afraid. I'm a Kwame. And the person would say, oh, he did this for me. He did that for me. He did this. And he was angry at me. He was mad at me. He was like, why are you not using all this contact? Everyone seems to know you. My friend Rosalind Felly. Rosalind say in a jingle like that, they used on the program. So now, yeah. My friend where she say, why are you not using? I'm saying, brah, me pay house. I own pay house. Look at how you have established yourself in Kumasi. The big names in Kumasi are Ebia Obe Frena on fan. I was in your car. One flew be a man belly twice. They'll pick up, yo, Kwame, what's up? So why do you have all these connections to in a car and you are not using them? And it is to say, growing up in ministry in Kumasi is hard. I'm telling you, emoji, I had to force him say, Ombra crab you, Ombra Kumasi you, because I say, Kwame, Charlie, this place. Enough for say, you let me I am and it's hard. But for 14 years, I mean, we've gone through the process. And at a point, a bit more but they will have no choice because the guy doesn't look like he's going to give up anytime soon. You know, the best we can do is just to support. There are people from the beginning. I met this elderly man that he told me something. He said, I wouldn't do too much. But since you started, I've seen the consistency. You are doing something. You are doing that. And that is how come I just fell in love with you, because started time I started, but so yes. So whatever that has pushed you to this, whatever you heard, then you heard it right. And I believe is the service over the years. Amani panapa bihunuye. You can't get it right when you have the habit of consistency, just building it gradually. Ama we know the places, the people to touch. I know places me raha or say minya we waha. Me raha or say minya we waha. So that's what we did for my big brother emoji, and it just worked like that. And I think we blown boom if you can't come and say, but there are a lot of people there who can equally do same.
What would you call the song that you typically do? Would you say a motivational, inspirational, or worship? How would you call your own?
How will I even? This is a very good question, because I haven't really thought of it. I know why I do the songs. However, I haven't given it a name, or I haven't tried to find a name for it. But I know that I sing to project one thing. I sing to project the finished work of Christ. I know that I sing to project one thing. I sing to project the finished work of Christ. So every song that I am singing, you see that it's every composition that I make, when you follow it gradually, you realize that I am trying to project what Christ has done and our place after what Christ has done. Where we stand as rulers, yes, prince and princesses, children of the Most High God. So in every song, I want to project that which Jesus has done, as to a name to give it an umbrella name, I haven't really thought of it. But what came there, I think I have to really think of it and give it a name. I know it's contemporary music, but to say the old kind of, whether it's inspirational or motivational or something, I think I'll for now just make it gospel, because when it's talking about Christ and his finished work, it's just gospel. Gospel, yes.
Okay. How do you see the gospel industry?
I think we are doing very well, but there is more room for improvement. I mean, you can never say, "Oh, we are there."
Okay.
Yeah, there is never going to be a time where we can say we are there. I mean, they are still going, so we can't say we are there. However, personally, my little experience over this few days with MOG, I feel if all our big brothers and sisters are to take it upon themselves to say, look, I want to help this person, or if any of them would have done what MOG did when I got to Accra, say, okay, Kwame, you're around. Okay, let me speak to this person for you. I quite remember when I was doing my song, I Win promotion. I got to Accra, and Brajo, I salute Brajo. He also did the same thing for me. He played some calls for me, and it really helped me. And MOG has, they are then to another level. I believe if our big brothers, those at the top there, will take it upon themselves that, look, we need more people in the space. So let's help them. Let's push them. I got here and MOG spoke to my big brother, Akese Brempo. You know, for Akese, he's our pride from Kumasi. So he told him, so Kwame is around, and he's going to be around for the Sunday we are doing Davidic. Do you think? And he was like, sure, why not? And before I realized an artwork was done for me, and I was on the program, it gave me a platform. That was my first biggest platform in Accra. And I tell you, the kind of doors it's opening, that kind of conversations that is going on, I really believe if our brothers and our sisters up there are going to see us in that light and believe in what we also carry and extend a helping hand, the face of Ghana gospel music will change, because God is actually using this new gems for something crazy. But maybe a penny general, a dear penny general, be who are free. It will go a long way to put gospel music Ghana I tell you, on a pedestal.
Okay. I hear a lot of gospel musicians say there's no unity in Ghanaian gospel space. How do you also see it?
I've also heard it. I have seen people react to it and all that. I wouldn't say it's a complete lie, because in every lie there is an iota of truth. So people are speaking from their own experiences and all that. So they know what they have seen, they know what they have heard, one or two things that has conformed them to that position, that unity in him. However, I have also encountered a few people who have shown me love, and so I stand in the middle. It being so asechere almost akyere yempeng. My cousin tiki pa. It means we asechere almost akyere yempeng. As much as it's not a lie totally, it's not also a whole truth. I think, like I said, we can do better. Yes.
If Quame Gyedu should pick at least 3 Ghanaian gospel musicians to collaborate with, who would those people be?
Trainer, they are one power.
You thought I was going to say one.
One day I get ready. One is still I would have found a name, because currently there's one person I want to do a song with. So if you give me 3, I'm going to pick MOG. Because my catches up. And I'll pick Brajo. Yeah, I'll pick Brajo.
You mean Joe Metal?
Joe Metal, yes. I call him Brajo. Now I had the metal, the vessel. Joe Metal, yes, Brajo Metal. I'll pick Brajo because he's one person that also inspires me a lot. I mean, what he has done over the years, his track record and everything, and he's a voice to reckon with. I mean, he's not someone that you get easily. So when you have opportunity na ba, then I think the last person will be my own brother, Kofi Vepra. Because we are brothers, we are that close. We are on phone for almost 2 hours. We are talking, but we don't have a song together. I have a song with Efi, and even on my current album that is yet to be released, Efi is still on the album, but I don't have a song with Kofi yet. So, and people ask for it. So I really think if I should name 3, unfortunately, number 7 can't be 4 and 5, but 3 number about it.
All right. So currently you have Kofi Usupepra,
Yes.
Joe Metal, and Emoji.
Yes. What about Kubeka? Okay. Send me the Baku count there, and the anti-Dina.
Oh.
Yes, because I have a feature with the papa.
Yeah.
I have a feature with Dana Samoa. To me, anti-Dina. Receiving this on the
That would be beautiful.
I'm telling you.
I mean, Bisa, so for music, has it impacted your life?
Personally, I can't deny that it has. It has, in a much positive way than the negative. Yes, I mean the negative is ekakrabi, but the positive, you see, because I tell people all the time, if God had not given me this gift, I don't know, the chances that I would have ended up as a popper or something would be high, because I tell people all the time, don't be deceived by my grammar and the way I speak English, because yes, yes.
Are you serious?
I'm telling you. I mean, who's having a way for interview about it?
Oh, did you mean that?
No, I mean it.
Wow.
That's the reality. I say it all the time because I don't want to take credit for what God has done. This version you see is what God picked and through the process and is refined this way. Yes, who say my cratchy kakrania dia baby I'm so one kusku and san kamwa sebe usukrasini ni oni emebino enye ntino say nyame timi efade ye ni say I don't want to stand anywhere and make it look like it is something that I did. It's not me. It's been God. And the consciousness that you are someone and people are looking up to you because of music has always putting me in that position. And there are a lot of people who on a normal day, even till today, will see me and not really pay attention. But the moment they realize, okay, is this guy okay? Then the conversation changes. Then everyone. So for me, in as much as sometimes it push you into a tight position, because first, you have your life, you can do some of these things, and where was I was talking to somebody, and he was like, the person came from UK, and he was like, Charlie, I came to Kumasi from a Joso, and when you enter into Kumasi, the city, the town, every billboard has your face. How is this happening? I said, I don't even know. And some of them feel excited about it. I mean, it's exciting, but trust you me, it's also uncomfortable because maybe I'm a family. Maybe a
first. A lot of people are looking at you.
I'm telling you. First, because me, I would love to just, sit at my corner, be in a rice. Now, yes, I never there. You me there. And I want to check a crowd. And I also not baby who say, it's some way.
You remember say, Charlie.
No. You see, God back. Almighty God back. Nobody has got to train me about this. I don't see a train is feeling any vibe different. Baby, the garnishing movement. I was saying, this year I am teaching who be na say, I didn't maybe every year. Same. However, it has also brought a lot of positive stuff because there's some people, even the opportunity to sit with you and have this conversation with you is because of the same thing that God gave to us in Tino. It's been good. It's been good.
Okay. How do you see ministry in Kumasi compared to ministry in Accra?
Okay, so I'll say this. You see, Kumasi is tough. I don't know why Accra, opens up for everyone that goes through the process from Kumasi and gets to Accra. We are polished, Kakra, na unim what you are doing. We are refined. You carry the fire and all that. Accra will open up to you easily. Kumasi is hard, but trust you me, if you don't go through Kumasi too, and then maybe we are on Tiasia.
But in Kofonso can say event be bringing in a Kumasi in the world. Especially gospel.
Yes, and that one is true. Say Mumudie and Tessa because now Accra has all the events. But first, you know, Kumasi. First, talk about PSC Munina where today my big sister, we are big in the they all started from Kumasi. If na events a Koso Honia there, you can imagine. But now it's the dynamics has changed. Accra is way ahead of us. However, your near maybe your honoma, so to me survive Kumasi. When you get to Accra, you are gone.
Wow.
Kumasi no ube school them na check. Konka sorry no ube bobia check enye bete sa enyema emanyum ne ye simple no wunya bebre but a builder ena Kumasi Christo som no minkase oh a better chain Accra. That will be a lie. However, Kumasi will be asem you be asem. Ahano obi anshada mfa obi ahun bebre sa Kumasi obi as so for paying me betimi efra sorry for fra ba betian wo asori. Ye oniam bi wo ho no ma oye na se nipa ba akote say ya who and do ministry ano. Hard. Ye fa ho Kumasi no ye fa ho ye be fa ho pa ebi a wunya moane sa ba se ye be hwe wa mo wedi nsehunu pa no eno de emfa so they can just cut you off like that. Yes, and you cut you off so now go through process like kakra no mo hunu say no akwa na cutting off but still na eja no ho a mo ani ye den a afido because me you cutting me off me you cutting me 2015 say you cutting me off till there 2021 I was as if me Kumasi but as in me I say you shouldn't found you're serious and because you made a mistake or something and everyone's talking about it but that process if you stay true, you pray, you trust God, you go through the process. When you shoot up, because now the kind of people I'm connected to in Kumasi, the kind of people that I can call, go to them and they will just come all out. Back then, nanka minya. Nti say, na me share a children future, utemu me to preserve the future because our speed now. I did the first ticketing event in Kumasi. Me and golden tulip, a place you will not go and do event because a home cracker you wouldn't want to come. Then we fill a whole place together. I'm a car park crash short. Then everyone is talking about unsa a routing sebin koda sembini ade. Inti nyame shedi no say no the future I have to preserve intino. Otemu ye a co-relegation for so many years. But ye back na yefe. Yeah,
ye den yankopon ase. Ebusia mesia mo bi akwaba e de aba chat we say na ene yankopon adom nipa be ne nkomo yan brother Quame Gyedu na asa na yebeko break no na me bisa no question bia na eho hia me ye pa kwa me bisa say at the initial stages no kan say na difficulties kakra wo na sebe o ka say on sanity no na nkrofo bi dwen say undu be bia wa brabom ana say o carry a wafa as a person ne kra won to me handle. How did you manage it?
Debia me cancer say me can say me sana mami gidi say there is an invisible hand of God that works for man. Because all the odds were against me, frankly. Because she said on Sayoya. Now, o papa no mami aye o madwene say o challenge ni ntino. E o see ma o school dretchery. Na utimi de pen didi. Ya oti o sign and waji boso me aketua. Na school no wentimi ansa anko. Ti den na bitimi aye. Say yen so aso anema untimi nso anema. Ahodi ndwuma bie ni won ma bitimi aye. Enti wona ehu me sa abere no hwe me kasa kwa we omobere bia. They were not wrong go. According to human calculation and perception.
That is what they could see.
That is what they could see. No more you okay na school. Una on sayo ya no went to me and
then I'll be
to me. So I tell people all the time, say there is always the truth, and there is what we call fact. So the truth is what they were saying. Say akwano onko bebia. Because look, school no cry. And to be frank, I don't say this with pride or anything. I say it because this is what God has done. Me GHS certificate in Korea, me nimbe yewo. That time in GSS. Me nimbe yewo. So, into your share me, sabere share me challenge ka say, me nkobe biano. They were not lying, but they biano. Eya na nyami nyanke bia. Ozeni penya botre kakransa. Because the same God that told Moses said, go and tell Pharaoh to let my people go. The Bible said it's the same God that stepped behind the scenes and hardened the heart of Pharaoh. How can you tell me that go and tell him, let my people go? Then you step behind the scene and harden his heart. God always has an agenda. And you know, it looked like but Emma Namenso Adjunipo and then a basa they want me so because for me, one thing that has really helped me is when you tell me you can't. Now welcome me. One, it will not affect me. It is as if you just told me that get it done. It will never put me off. I'll just look at you out. Do you know the things I have suffered to get here? So why are you looking at just this and telling me I can't? As a matter of fact, see you can't crank because I'm afraid we didn't TPA and maybe PA, which could have killed mother and child. And for me to even survive that, nyame, osha me ha mark bi wa ha. Once oka pnutuma, that lock na no akọ lock no. And you ram me. It almost destroyed my eyes. But me too me use space. Me share ade kan mat said you be e kan. And ne dey be hu by was see you see that it's very close to my eyes. Yes, mean say there's a mark here. Obi from inside the body man ni try. And the woman say
maybe so say if you could share with us what really happened. Is it from birth?
It's from birth. So from birth, on say abofre bia de nitinepi. Tino they are waiting ebraso so man bebe ye train say udi utbp. They realize that man family TMP me dem samu. In trying to save mother and child because this is a serious situation. So they were trying to save mother and child. And a boom me arm no, but because I was a child, it take 3 months. And I'm papa who said me that wa me pajamas away no. But they be away need that. No, yes, no. He doesn't understand. Young a checkup. That was when they realized say and knowledge as we have today is not like we had back then. Today did their best. But in to me, I'm based on pen, but it's not bad because if you want to do some of the productions that I have been able to help in producing, you need to be able to play very well. And so when I sit on the keyboard, I still play very well. So you know, nyame one agenda. And nobody sometimes would I change anything about myself, which I knew you said baby side team. I will not change anything. It has become a part of me. Say be ukwame na so unye sika pa obetimi akwa mama yose no me come ko ye wie na me konya another challenge I didn't na me mfa nkosa because nyame through this has done marvelously well. Some of the big tunes people are dancing to in Ghana now, It's this very hands that people said was not able to do anything that did it. Into why would I change anything now? No, let it keep happening so that people will give glory to God. So that it will motivate other people that God is able to use any vessel that He desires to use.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. First of all, I will thank God for your life. Because of the things you just mentioned, when
Yes.
even coming out with Osan,
yes.
It's such a miracle. This particular testimony will go a long way to inspire and
a lot of
encourage
people.
And thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
My Embra, back to Onyum Tour. You released a song, one particular song that I love so much. I remember you contacted me, say I should also jump on, come on board, and also support you. My gratitude of gratitude. Yes, and such a marvelous,
thank you.
I was expecting say that song will be pushing more kakra. Let me say, baby, I'm more than but once more, it's a lovely song.
Thank you.
Apart from say, wow, do people also help you in songwriting?
Okay, so for songwriting, I've never really taken a song from anybody before. Yes, I've never done that before. All my compositions are done by myself. I feel my emergency me bra paying carry or mommy because I mean a real talent, no talent when they see them, and I think he's a good songwriter. I mean, fantastic songwriter, an amazing songwriter. My dreams out me walk crowd now we make a conversation and say man I mean you don't find bless everywhere one good tune. Now I also want to touch on gratitude. Gratitudes we are still working on it because I realized there was a challenge, Kakra, and we are trying to work around it until you see it back with the video and everything. Yes.
Do you? I've seen a lot of in space, Africa, especially Ghana as well. When someone writes a song for someone, it's difficult for them to acknowledge, say, "Oh, I'm a gospel artist. I'm an artist. I'm also a well-doing artist, but artist A or B wrote the song for me." It seems they have a challenge with that, acknowledging the fact that meant me and showing him way at this particular time in my career, but this person wrote the song for me. Do you also see a challenge with that?
People do that. I mean, it's obvious. People have been complaining about it. Just say, I mean, there's nothing wrong with saying, say, this brother wrote this for me. And then I will lose you. Because at the end of the day, it's your voice on the song, it's your face attached to the song. You realize that campus say una trauma na untimi kan straight abeka kofa baby bebre me na me yese so it's a challenge. Me momu dear, I think I've worked for Nanajoa who is in the US. Mature 2 songs amano. I think with the first one it is written by Quame Gyedu. I haven't really checked the second one in Shira, which I wrote for her, and I know me check it, but I have seen her also go on media houses, and when she gets the opportunity, she mentions my name. I think Onuni Nipa, Michelle spend the time in writing for her. I don't know, but I mean, writers, we meet a lot of writers, and they talk about these things, or expect to say, Ibia, Kanipan Bebuni Din Crackers, or no, we man, what it will not happen. So it's a reality, it happens.
Is there a new project coming up?
Yes, we are working on releasing an album. Actually, album Nekradi and Kaya ready until I said no, and you're ready. There is one more song I need to do with Emoji. I want to have that song on that album. So we are trusting God to record it in September. Recording, the moment is done. We'll just release the full album. So for now, that's what we are working on aside campus outreaches that we are also planning on doing to inspire the younger generation and all that.
Okay. Yes. I say annual events no bebre na ayo Kumasi because mostly you stay. Would there be a time Kwame Gyedu say okay me pese me dey me event no so e be a background.
And there'll be a time, and it is fast approaching. It is fast approaching. It is fast approaching. And honestly, I think if Nyame ama Yesu ama na say na domne na hoden koso akai ho a, next year we'll do something in Accra.
Okay.
Yeah, we have started conversations about it. I think emoji jina mesu gidi say you will. And I have a father, Reverend Kingsley George Ejayajimai,
Okay.
the senior pastor for House of Consecration. He's a father. I mean, many be car crying in Accra on one, and he's insisting say Jeff Muma yenye baby in Accra. So definitely next year there we are doing something in Accra.
Okay. If you could say something to motivate colleague artists who are coming up, what would that be?
Okay,
So a lot of them are more power in music ministry because of one reason or the other. I may not know the particular reason, but it be a from colleague artists, it be a from Pasofo, it be no more reassay, no more back and the things that they hear people say about them, they are now a boo my bem. What would you say to them?
So I would want to say abembuno eye, and then a man who say we nipa, and I will hear anyame so. Abembuno does not in any way suggest that you are a failure. Into abemebua, don't kill yourself. I mean, hang in there. And let me tell you, when the Bible says that, and David encouraged himself in the Lord, it presupposes that he was first discouraged. Also na bemubuye and sana or shed whom cry when yamimu. At a point, you would have to let everything go and encourage yourself in the Lord again. And let me tell you, make Jesus your focus, make God your focus, because at every point in time he's speaking. There is a message that he wants to deposit in your spirit that will bless this generation and the generations yet unborn. And you have to be ready for it. And just pay attention to the things of God. Spend much time in the place of prayer and let him give you that message, that one message. It will turn your life around, to change the situation, and the world will hear of you and celebrate the gift that you are. Don't give up, hang in there. All things are working for your good.
Wonderful. Hang in there.
Hang in there.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me. Before I sign up, before you sign out, let me say a very big thank you to this man, Mr. Akwesi Entry of Spirit FM. This man dedicated himself to playing the song every day consistently. And before I realized, people are just falling in love with it. And on this, your big platform, I want to use the opportunity to say, big bro, I love you. I thank you for what you have done for me. On every big stage I stand, I'll remember to say thank you. God bless you so much.
Thank you so much, Pastor Quame Gyedu.
Thank you for having me.
But before I let you go, this year is an election year.
Yes.
And I'm so particular about the youth. Any message you want to tell the youth?
Everything happening in our country, whether good or bad, you are not oblivious to it. And if you listen to the elders, they will tell you some of the things that we see have been happening over the time. And there are occurrences that are exemplary for you now, today. So take care of yourself. If you want to vote, just go out and vote. Don't become a part of anything that will harm you, harm your body, harm the integrity of your parents, harm your future and the plans that God has for you. You can just go out and vote. I mean, I would wish that everyone will vote because it's your right. Whether you're happy with the government or not, you just get the opportunity to express yourself. And you vote, then you go to your house so that we will have you living well and joining hands with us all the time as we celebrate the goodness of God. God bless you. Take care of yourself.
If someone wants to follow you on social media, what are your handles?
My handles are always Quame Gyedu. Quame Gyedu, Quame Gyedu. Quame Gyedu, or YouTube Quame Gyedu Music, TikTok Quame Gyedu Music, Instagram, Facebook Quame Gyedu.
Okay. Also, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for
having
me. I really appreciate this gesture. I mean, I've had a wonderful conversation with you, and I pray we get to do this again. Sure. Thank you, sir.
All right, family. So this has been Chat with your brother and your friend, Sir Isaac. I will see you again in another episode. Makramunina.